This is Ireland, a country fueled purely by whiskey coursing through their veins. In the Kaiserreich timeline, I would probably say that they are better off than the original timeline, mainly because they own Northern Ireland. During the First World War, Ireland managed to beat the British with the help of the Germans and managed to establish a republic. It was later during the British Revolution in the 1920s, I think somewhere around there, where due to the work of Michael Collins, not the astronaut, he managed to integrate Northern Ireland into Ireland, but that came with a cost. First you have to understand some Irish politics. There's the loyalists and nationalists. The nationalists wants to be independent, but the loyalists, they want to be with the Union of Britain, and Northern Ireland consisted mostly of those loyalists. That's why currently we are suffering under the Ulster privileges. Due to the integration of Northern Ireland, the Ulsters there got a disproportionate amount of power. For the path that I'm going to be playing today, we're going to be restoring the Gaelic kingdom. So obviously, you cannot be sane. I mean, no, what am I talking about? Only a sane person would establish an ancient medieval kingdom. And that's why we are gonna go for the national populist path, monarchy. And that requires us to first have the Labour Party win in the 1937 elections, and then select the National Development Party as coalition partners, and then make the New Guard win the balance of power. And then we can start speaking fluent schizo. Currently we have Michael Collins as the leader of our nation, due to the help of the Ulsters. Don't like that. To the disdain of Britain, we're currently in Germany's fierce influence, and that way we can get military factories for free, if the AI chooses to be on my side. They usually do stuff that's not in their favor. Our national spirits are German economic dominance, entrenched church influence, and disproportionate loyalist representation. I read up a bit on Ireland, and I think it was possible to get a faction at the end of the focus tree, so we're not going to be joining anyone. We're going to be trying to balance all the major powers. So in Spain I'll let the Entente win, same with Italy. The Third International needs to go immediately, so I can get Britain of course. And then Germany needs to lose to Russia, so I can get France from Germany that just took France. My plan is just to consume whiskey and risk everything. Let's see, I don't have them in building slots, so I'll just go with pure military factories. And I also want to get Marines as quickly as possible. That'll be our only divisions. And 2 military factories, nothing's good. I don't think I'm bothering with the templates. Oh, we already have military police, that's good. That's a very big focus tree. Ireland has a lot of content. We can only do one though. We can build one railway. The only thing I'm questioning right now is how to invade the Union of Britain. I'm just gonna have to pray they don't send their navy to where I'm pulling up. And I think I start picking a naval reformer right now, as early as possible, so I can max out my marines. Here comes Black Monday. How much are we gonna suffer from this? I can pursue industrialization or agrarianism. It's all gonna depend on what I get. I'm assuming this is population. Then I should assume that industrialization means that half my population will die, but I will gain 10 military factories. Let's pursue industrialization. In the spirit of the army I can pick ideological loyalty that gives me 500 weekly manpower. That's more than enough. Anyways, Black Monday hit and now we are suffering. Not fun, but that should unlock a focus soon. Or maybe decisions. Oh come on, you don't have to cancel my focus, I don't even get back my days. The province of Ulster, particularly in the areas that made up Northern Ireland, has long been the most industrialized region of Ireland. For decades, loyalist arguments against Irish home rule or independence have held that the rest of the country would use the area as an economic crutch, propping up the comparatively more rural south. The Ulsters are such assholes. They demand that we focus the entire economic recovery on them first. Yeah, no. You can go cry in a corner. You're already in the corner anyways. As the Irish economy continues to increasingly contract, factories are beginning to shut down, and we lose 3 off-map factories. And let's start pissing off the UDP. I'm not even gonna call them by their name anymore. That's a slur in this country from now on. Then we modify them for more weekly stability. So much weekly stability, that's nice. I'm guessing we're gonna get a lot of events that take away that stability. Yep. Bailing out the UDP, the one who shall not be named, only gives me some temporary buffs. A bunch of assholes, that's what they are. All the political movements in Ireland, except the loyalists, the one who shall not be named, could be traced to the Easter Rising. Yeah man, I don't know about those damn UDPs. The initial relieving measures are seen as surprising. Meanwhile, the UDP hates us. Good. It's all going according to plan. I'll bail out some of the UDP though. I have enough time to do one of these. And we got one military factory. Thank you AI, you weren't brain dead. Let's keep going. Then I do want the extra permanent building slot. Any more relief to the UDP? I don't think I'm going to do. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Loyalist angle will decrease, increasing political power gain by 0.3. Yeah, that was weird. Why did they accept this? Oh, I see what's happening here. They're like, you know, maybe helping the entire country's economy is good for the economy. Mind blown. Are they that stupid? The La Mancha incident. So now both Germany and the Union of Britain is trying to get influence in my country. The La Mancha incident marks the beginning of a contest of diplomacy between the Union of Britain and the German Empire, as both powers seek to expand their influence within Ireland's society and institutions. So to explain this in layman's terms, it's like in a family when the mother and father gets a divorce, and then they try to buy the love of the child with gifts. That's us. We're supposed to balance their influence. Once the American Civil War begins, we can send like 4 volunteers. What, as Ireland? That's our entire army. Why can such a small country send that many volunteers? I'm not complaining though. We're balling out. For our first goal, let's squeeze the Germans and Britain dry. I'm starving here, bro. I need an allowance. Oh, that's a lot going on right now. First of all, elections are beginning, so we have to worry about that. And then the Spanish Civil War too. War in Spain. Spain will burn. Do something. Anton's Naisunta, the one faction we want, have supported the Carlists. Perfect, yeah, that's what I was planning on doing too. The Labour Party or the Christian Republic? I'll go with the Christian Republic. So let's disavow Labour policies and continue building civilian factories. Let's gain ourselves some more influence. We are very likely to win, and we will form a government with the National Development Party. Oh, what are these decisions? Economic development. I get 1 civilian factory for free. I can sneak through the mountains. Just don't let me get encircled. This is so risky. Good job, guys. Good job. Counting the ballots, and we have won easily. Now let me just remember what else am I supposed to do. I have to accept the deal in the negotiations event. Our party is apparently not big enough, so let's start discussing our coalition now. The NDP has insisted that we must agree to avoid the issue of the Ulster privileges as a condition for the formation of any coalition. It says here we have to agree to the deal. I'm not gonna risk it, I'll just accept it. The Bulgarian Civil War. I don't have enough time to deal with both of them, so I'll just gain political power and stability. Priests and bishops across the country have denounced the new administration for again abandoning the faithful Ulster. And we get the event the March on Dublin. Everything was leaked. I don't think this is going... Okay, yeah, it is going according to plan. Anton's Naisunta Kudi elected government. Now we just have to balance the German and Britain divorce. Okay. In favor of a cabinet comprised of true Gaels. Yeah, that's us. And then there's gonna be a balance of power between the army of the blue shirts, between O'Cunnigan again. Okay, I give up. And then Ain O'Duffy. Let's make the division a bit better. After the chaos of the preceding few days, the inauguration of Ion Uduffy as president and the young upstart Geroid as Primo Eire was a relatively smooth affair, in spite of the efforts of urban strikers and protesters who were met with harsh crackdowns from the authorities. And the balance of power will begin. Let's continue supporting our new guard. The Second American Civil War. Oh, we can send more volunteers now. Ancestral ties. I need to start constructing more marines then. Holy fuck. 20 influence points for Britain. And I get stability and political power. Yeah, I'll do that and then I'll just spend political power to court the German Empire. That's an option to make it cheaper. What are these decisions? If I pick the German, I gain less stability. Germany, you're not really convincing me. I'll just continue picking the new guard's favor. And now I should work on Black Monday. I do need support here. Don't let me get encircled again. You guys are so dumb. Come on, get there in time. Get me out of Barcelona. Thank you. I'm out of Barcelona now. And that's an encirclement of a Spanish army. Let's keep it that way. And don't make that mistake again. Desperate defense needs to help me. Garner academic legitimacy. Where do I change Black Monday? Here it is. Implement price controls. I have to go down that path. Good job, Carlists. Amazing job. Now we just have to get the Kingdom of Spain. And everything's in our favor. However, you are kind of killing my entire population. And I can't... Dude, why is Ireland so involved in sending volunteers? They're acting like a major power. Oh, you get units, you get units. Yeah, we can't afford this island. I don't know about fighting the major battles between the cities. I don't like the losses I'm taking I think I'd rather just sneak by and get some cities. Madrid should definitely fall here now. What the hell? What the hell? Why does this happen again and again? This happened to my previous game too. Austria collapses into anarchy. But in the comments you guys said that Germany will commit an Anschluss. So I don't think I have to worry about Austria becoming too weak. There goes Madrid. And can I afford another factory decision? There's only one factory decision left. I'll go and do this, don't lose Madrid. Nice, okay, we got the encirclement. The UDP are still getting pissed off. The crisis worsens. If the crisis ends with the current influence levels, Ireland will remain independent. The Italian Civil War, should I stop sending help? Yeah, I don't even have an option to not send help. We'll send help to the two Sicilies. I gotta deal with Spain first, I don't think they need any more help. Passing off the torch, now we're starting to get some real buffs. Moves 20 towards the new guards. Am I still suffering from Black Monday? Yeah, I gotta deal with the Germans and the Britons. Let's send everything to Italy. I have 180 days left. And the Northern Crisis ends in 10 days. Okay, calm down. I haven't even arrived yet, Italy. Don't lose that quickly. Coup de grace. Our schizophrenic is in power. We had overthrown the government, and now it happened yet again. Vowing to bring order and a glorious future to the country. With Dublin under the command of the rebels, O'Duffy was soon captured and branded with treason against the Gaelic race. His efforts having drastically backfired. O'Cunnigan proclaimed himself King of Ireland atop the steps of the GPO in a speech that would be broadcast throughout the island. The Irish Republic had fallen into the same spot it had begun. Factory output, national populism support, and stability. Rise of the Nordic Federation, I've never seen this before either. What's happening in this game? Did the update change something? The AI has been doing some random shit recently. Oh, come on! Troubles in Ulster again? We have just... They're such a thorn in my ass. Can't they become true gays like me? Restoring the order in the north will be beyond essential, yeah I know. Let's get 10 compliance by providing economic aid. Despite all the odds stacked against them, the boundless courage and determination of the Gael has emerged over their treacherous foes. The glorious reborn Irish Kingdom's regent, Geroid O'Cunnigan, has already begun to consolidate his power, arresting and purging the Gaelic race's enemies. Oh, he's so schizophrenic. Most notable of these is of course the arch-traitor Ion O'Duffy, who has been made to stand trial in a court consisting of true Irish patriots. Now, nothing is capable of standing in the way of the resurrection of the Golden Age, when Ireland was internationally renowned as a center of religion and learning. What can I'll just sit here and defend. There's not much I can do in Italy, it's just mountains. Oh no, not my general! I got an event that killed a lot of people, yeah. He was so good. Now I'll just have to pick Hugo MacNeil. Trial of the general, O'Duffy dies. I can finally do ideological loyalty, 500 weekly manpower. Only one more Black Monday modifier. Let's finish up with some stability. Oh, are we breaking through? I wanna help. We can start defending on the river. Let's pray nothing bad happens. It's also Black Monday finished. Resurgence of the economy. More popularity. Daily political power gain. It's still just 1938. Oh, we're actually breaking through. Good job, guys. I'm just gonna keep defending here. You're gonna be pushed back in a circle. Okay, how are you doing this? Ernest Blythe. I can send one more volunteer and I get a 25 stability boost. Or half of that. Italy. It sounds like you need more of my help. I am smelling another opportunity on the coast. No anymore. And then we get an opportunity to increase our national populism support again. And I think it also affects one of these decisions to clamp down on them. Let's fix the loyalist anger. How close am I to getting 100? Compliance, I'm at 68%. Why do we keep getting events to intervene? We're Ireland, we don't need to do all of that. I think just intervening in Italy and Spain is enough. We can barely handle that too. I'm not sure if we're winning or losing. We're gonna lose. Okay, looks like we broke through one tile. We could get a massive encirclement. Holy shit, yeah, then we can get their entire army. And we can win the civil war. Pin them down, Italy! God, no! You stupid idiot! Let's legitimize the blue shirts and then we can finally end the class war. And that will start giving us our claims. Half his army is inside these 3 tiles. And he keeps moving back and forth. Look at how many divisions there are. Oh! Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We got through. We got through. I repeat, we got fucking through. Now we can make things happen. What? I haven't even paid attention. Oh yeah, no, we just apparently lost half our nation. I don't think Italy's winning this. For millennia, the natural form of government of the Gaels was not the foreign import of republicanism, but rather ruled by kings, who answered to a high king. On the other hand, in spite of the populace' somewhat favourable image of the Kaiser and the fall of Britain's royalty, republican ideals remained influential. As such, Gearoid O'Conneghan, an autocratic micromanager at heart, has pondered the idea of continuing to govern as regent while slowly de-republicanizing public attitudes and readying the ground for the coronation of a true Gaelic sovereign. This is what we came for, the Kingdom of Ireland. The Restoration. Look at those factories. I don't need more stability, but I get one more research slot. Let's just accept we're not winning in Italy and recall the volunteers. Let's hope the Entente is strong enough to beat the syndicalists, because I'm gonna have to fight Britain alone. For centuries, Ireland's biggest city has been Dublin, and now we make Athlone the capital of Ireland, which began as a fort built by a former High King. It would be the capital of the resurrected Irish Kingdom. Whatever you say, sure thing. Cunningham has no intention of backing down. He plans on renaming everything to Irish. All names will be restored to their original Irish form. And we gain a 10% attack bonus against all European nations? Why? The Second Weltkrieg began. Russia declared on Germany. For the second time in less than 2 decades, Europe has plunged into war. This time, however, it will not just be imperialist against imperialist, but rather a war of ideology. The most radical and hawkish of voices within the government are now increasing their calls for the manifestation of what they describe as Ireland's true destiny, which they say is to restore the Gaelic race to its ancient prominence. The reclamation of the lands that were inhabited by the Gaels are currently occupied by the British, and while they're distracted by the Germans, let's reclaim them. Monthly population plus 200% by closing the ports. Acting to stem the tide of migrants, the Coast Guard have been placed on patrol to halt any illegal rafts fleeing the island. What have I done to this country? Let's make a powerful marine division. I haven't done the army focus yet, so that means I'll have to do it now too. Mainly because of the consumer goods factor, that's why I haven't done it yet. Let's upgrade our special forces. The fall of Minsk, Germany's losing, isn't he? Oh god, he's so weak. I messed up. I'll have to hope I can beat the British alone. Is it not fixed yet? I have 100 compliance. Do I have to get rid of all the political power gain? That's a long way to go. I've been doing this continuously since day 1. How is it not gone yet? So I cannot reclaim anything before this is fixed? In half a year I can join the war. Until then we'll have to hope Germany and the Entente beats the Third International and that Russia beats Germany later on. That's a very precise turn of events we need. I have done it! The loyalists are gone. Don't know if I have enough time to beat the British. And when should I join? I need to do some of my army focuses too. Like the one that gives me 20% more special forces cap. The calming of the storm. While plenty of mutual distrust and suspicion naturally remains between the two communities, the majority of both Ulster Catholics and Protestants alike have accepted the status quo. And we can reclaim the Gaelic lands. We have to do it alone. Germany might need my help. Let's send them 4 divisions. I'll do whatever I can, Germany. And by doing this too, we also get division attack and division defense buffs. I mean, they're gonna lose against Russia. I don't want to fight Russia. We don't need Russia. I'm going to have to attack the British eventually. It's all about when I believe they're gonna leave their front. If only the Entente was still alive. Now I can get 20% more special forces. I don't know about this Germany. I'm gonna recall all my divisions from Germany. And try against Britain now. I'm just gonna have to pray that they're not here. Let's see if it works. Let's reclaim Gaelic lands. And hope the British does not arrive here. They did arrive here. What do I do then? I get a lot of marines. I guess I'll just defend the Isles if I can't do a naval invasion. I won't be able to do a naval invasion. Well, that messes everything up. Maybe the Entente can help me. I severely doubt it. It's the British Navy. Let's see if someone can help me do the naval invasion. I have 0 control ratio. And I can't join the Entente, because then I lose my claims. Change of plans. Let's just try to catch the British and the French when they naval invade me. The fall of Berlin. That's over. Maybe I'll let them get 1 tile every now and then just push them back to the sea. That way I can kill their entire army. Slowly. Let's add army buffs. Why can I send another 4 volunteers here? I can send 8 volunteers. That's insane. Now they're coming from the south. Not that many divisions. I'll let it be. And the Reichspike fell. Are they even gonna manage to get through? Let's replace all my infantry with my marines. I'm gonna have to start building up a navy. But I'm only producing interwar cruisers. I was really betting on the Entente helping me. I'll have to bet on Russia beating the Third International. Give them the one tile. Make them feel safe. And then boom. 4 divisions. Gone. And then we keep doing this forever. Until time stops. Another one, I didn't even pay attention. That's the French this time. Once more, that's 12 divisions. A bit more dangerous. Let's keep it going. They're bombing all my shit. I need my planes. Take that tile. 3 divisions. Thank you very much. Here they come again. This time around they're not breaking through. They seem to only attack 2 spots. So what if I did this? Anything but attacking the Third International. Yep, as I expected. Here they come again. And I know this. I knew this. I've got the perfect plan covered. Oh, look at that. I got them on the ropes again. Let's just stop them from completely invading me. Wait, they got supplied? They have a floating harbor? That's a bit dangerous. So I think I'm just gonna leave the mountain tile defended instead. This way. Lost a bit too much manpower from that engagement. That cancelled my focus because they took 1 tile. Yeah, I didn't like that tile anyways. I've completely predicted their entire life. I'm seeing their death right in front of me. That's 231,000 losses and 360,000 losses to Britain and 50 to Italy. Is Russia not attacking Europe? Gains war, they need 150 ships. I'm alone here now, the Entente just died. Just 1 tile this time around. Really? Okay, and then at the same time France is attacking me. This is how much anti-air? 8 anti-air. Woof, yeah. We do not have aerial superiority here. Once I establish that, I can stop just fixing all my railways being exploded. They're all being bombed. They can't be that good of a target, can they? Here they come again. Now they switched sides on where they're attacking from. France is coming from the north. Almost 400,000 and the British 600,000. This was a lot more painful than expected. I was not expecting this to happen. What can I do? I fixed my island. I'm no longer being mass bombed forever. And I can... Oh, it's so nice having aerial superiority. I've never really been scared of me not surviving, but the question is when I'm gonna be alive. I kinda do need a navy, but first I have to fix my air force. And I think there's a recruitable population factor leader that I've missed. Let's do closed economy first. Do you ever stop and think, maybe this is not the right way? Yes! Yes! The United States have declared on the Commune of France. Would you mind giving me some stuff? We both hate the French. We can start doing our own naval invasions, and since I've caused so many losses, I have so much war participation. Come on USA, you can resupply at my ports. Oh, you're using tanks now. I'd like to take some of your tanks. Having only fighters was good at the beginning, but now that I can defend, it's no longer necessary. Although resources are lacking. Almost 1 million British are dead from just naval invasions. What am I doing? Oh, they sent a tank! And Paris against Moscow. I'll create 2 irregular infantry. I have enough open spots. You're welcome in my army, so I can just spawn 1 more marine. Why am I not getting naval dominance? The British are still here. I've been sitting here for the past 3 years just killing naval invasions. Russia, you better not lose this. If anyone wants to try this, just hide in these tiles. They don't attack anywhere else. They only naval invade there. Whoa! France is gone! The Commune of France capitulated. Does that mean I can get some naval dominance? Nope, the British are still here. I'm not sure how long this can go on for. Why is no one naval invading the British? And they have 1,000 dominance on my area. But the English Channel, only like 300. I have my battle cruiser ready. So I wanna try doing a naval invasion. Let me try something different. This is mountainous and painful. I wanna capitulate the UK. So let's head for Liverpool. Let's try that plan. Wait, we have control ratio already? What the hell? Since when did I 70? Well, is the USA helping me? Then let's use battle plan as soon as we're ready. 7 days. Yeah, the USA is helping me. I can see the ships. The naval invasion is a go. There we go. Ho 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 ho, Britain. What can you do? I see so many tanks. Bro. Oh no. Yeah, the tanks are pushing me. We just sit here and defend, I guess. Too many tanks. I can't push through. How many divisions does the British have? 85? I guess all I can do now is just defend. Really, there's no... He just keeps continuously attacking me. So we're stuck in a stalemate, kind of. One day you'll eventually get through, Britain. I believe in you. Your organization sucks, by the way. If he keeps attacking like this, I'll just keep sitting around. He actually took out my air force. Now the British no longer have any organization. This is... Why do they keep attacking me? They're crazy. They just got 400,000 losses. And I don't really know how many I got, like 15,000? There's like 30 British dead per dead Irishman. What's your manpower pool? 400,000. It's running out. But I am out of anti-aircraft and artillery. I see your game. I'll have to do this. I think it should be safe to attack anytime now. I just want to keep causing them losses though. Another 200,000 losses while I got like 5,000 losses. Bro, how much manpower does he have? It keeps increasing. This is not how you give birth to children. What is this witchcraft? For every 5,000 dead men I get, he gets around 100 to 200,000. So I can just sit here all day. But I should attack. Let's do it. I think it's pretty easy. Yeah, no need to delay the inevitable. They were scraping the barrel, that's how they got manpower. I should with this war score be able to take the entire Third International. That was 3 million dead British. I just need Britain and Brittany to form the Gaelic kingdom. I got everything except Germany. I'll take the entire Rhine if you don't mind. Give me all their navy so I can hide in my island. The new Irish world order. As Ireland survived the Second Weltkrieg. That took way too long than it had to. Reunion of the Gaels. While Ireland initially had the objective of defending themselves from Anglo-syndicalist marauding at the beginning of the war went in favor of the Irish to an extent they predicted by few, with their military having managed to turn the tables on hundreds of years of history by invading and occupying land on the island of Great Britain. In the process, the Irish have seized control of historically Gaelic lands of the Isle of Man and Scottish Highlands, which have been out of their hands for over a millennia. The Gaels take their long overdue place on the world stage. We will be known as the Gaelic Kingdom. Ireland march towards a bright future. I need to release Scotland, Wales and Brittany to become the Celtic Confederation. The time has come for us to recognize the truth as it lies before us. After reuniting the ancestral lands of the Gael, it has become clear that we must take up the mantle of chief and protector of all Celtic people. New national focus will be unlocked. What's left? Oh wow, Wales got Cornwall. How incredible! Enter the world stage, division attack on core territory, war support. Well, I'll do that then. Maybe attack Russia too, although that's too dangerous. I still only have 55 factories, they have 1,000 there. I can't get more cores, but this is still beautiful. I'm gonna be honest, these last focuses are a bit disappointing. 4 civilian factories after all I've done. And the USA joined the new Entente. Are you actually kidding me? No, I'm not attacking Russia. Do you see this? The King of the Celts. The amount of effort for this wasn't worth it. Yeah, I'm never doing this again.